DCB here. What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Jeff. I want to talk about this R. Kelly situation. A story came out from BET. I'll leave a link in the description box about R. Kelly is being accused of sexually abusing and possibly impregnating his 14-year-old cousin. This is from his brother, who for some reason came out with a song. And I'm going to use this article. I'm going to read most of it. I'll leave the link in the description box again to talk about the issues that plague the black community. Not that it doesn't plague any other community, but we're, in my opinion, the least likely to actually talk about it. When it comes to depression, when it comes to depression, PTSD, any real issue, mental illness, we're like the last to actually talk about it or get viewed in a sympathetic way towards that. We understand what PTSD can do, understand what depression can do, but for some reason, when it comes to black people, we never get that benefit of doubt. And molestation is something that happens in the black community as well. I know too many black women that have been part or victims of molestation. I know too many. So let me actually get into this. Let me start reading the article, and we're gonna get into discussion because it's always a way for us to be viewed as a criminal more so than for us to be viewed in a sympathetic light or for anybody to have empathy towards us. That's just reality. Black guy get shot in his own apartment. He had weed on him, so how did that play a role? We get that type of treatment. Meanwhile, everybody else get all these benefit of doubts. Oh, he didn't have two dads, or whatever foolishness that they get, man. No offense to anyone else. I'm just saying that the reality is, they get all these benefit of the doubts. Oh man, he didn't have friends and all this, etc., etc. But what about growing up in poverty, being molested, having friends die around you? What about that? What impact could that have on your life and your decision making, right? But anyway, let me get into R. Kelly being accused of sexually abusing, possibly impregnating his 14-year-old cousin. R. Kelly is a sexual deviant. He's disgusting. 74 CV spoken about this already. But I'm going to give my thoughts while I read a bit of this article so you guys know the context, right? The article writes, again, this is on BET, a little over a month has passed since Carey Kelly, all right, the brother of Shane R&B singer R. Kelly, released a lyrical expose on the Pied Piper by way of gritty track titled I Confess. His brother sounds so attention needy. However, that doesn't make him a liar, but his brother later on in the article admits that he got molested too, and who knows how that could have affected him, because he seems so attention needy, or dropping tracks, whatever, man. He might have some ulterior motives. However, that doesn't mean that what he's saying isn't true. I'm not giving no benefit of doubt to R. Kelly. The dude is disgusted, man. I mean, it is what it is. So in the record, Killer Kelly posed jaw-dropping allegations against his brother, accusing him of knowingly passing STDs. Irrelevant. I don't care about that. Sleeping with men. I don't care about that. In a new interview, the rapper is cracking open even more scandalous family secrets. Skipping that. Kelly revealed after his wishes for one of Kelly's previously undisclosed victims to come forth on her story of sexual abuse from the Chicago singer, their own cousin. So that's him getting into it. And he's of course saying, before you actually say enough, things happen in people's lives to the point where you feel like it's a wake-up call, and now they get a chance to right their wrongs. Carey shared that after the loss of their mother, Joanne Kelly, the death of Kelly's young lover and late R&B songstress Aaliyah, and his 2008 child pornography case acquittal, the Chocolate Factory went on a downward spiral from there. He recollected one incident where he came to physical blows with Kelly after confronting him about pursuing underage girls. So if you knew your brother... Okay, let me finish reading. I wasn't condoning his behavior, Carey said, though he did acknowledge that Kelly might have been seeking help for his pedophilic behavior. So you knew your brother was a pedophile, you fought him over it, but you never took him to the police. All right, man. That's something that happens in the black community too often, man. He's not the only one. There are people right now listening to this video, know about some sick bastard in their family and have done nothing about it. Truth be told. He believed that Kelly's own experience with the molestation, which the Pied Piper revealed in his exhaustive I Admit track, led him into such sexual deviancy. Carey revealed that also, oh man, this is poorly written. Carey revealed that he also was molested. However, it fueled the exact opposite behavior of his brother, he alleged. I became a protector of children. I didn't want kids to go through what I went through, especially my daughters, then why did you allow R. Kelly to go away with it? He's R. Kelly's brother. Again, he's been molested. I feel bad for him because of that. But he's a bit of an attention whore. You know, he's really paying himself out to kind of come clean in this light. But if you really cared about kids and you went through it and you feel as if no kid should go through that and you knew your brother was doing it, you should have done something about it. You should have been reported this, not drop a song and then whatever, man. Whatever. So, yeah, he said that their relationship, which was supposed to be that of a brother and sister, made you scratch your head. He was overprotective of her when he shouldn't be. Carey said that his first suspicion rose when Kelly worked on Aaliyah's Ain't Nothing But a Number debut album. He paid keen attention to the lyrics and even how they interacted with each other. They be right up next to each other, hugged up. Yes, R. Kelly was messing with Aaliyah when she was young as hell. We know this, dude. Anyway, man, y'all can read the rest of the article for yourself. I want to get into the fact that he pretty much said that R. Kelly may have impregnated a 14-year-old cousin, but she doesn't want to come out and say anything. We know too many in the black people, man. There are too many men that get away with this in the black community. There's too many, and again, it happens in other communities, but I'm not in other communities. I don't know what they go through, but I know because I've spoken to too many women that tell me that some male in their family molested them, man. Too often, and who knows how many, because I never heard no guy tell me that shit. You know what I mean? That's not no conversation that ever comes up. I've never sat next to a homie and been like, hey, man, what did you go through as a child? I've never had no conversation like that, man. So we know it's happened to a lot of dudes out here, and it might explain why a lot of these guys go to drugs, they become gay themselves, or whatever they do, man. It messed up your mind. R. Kelly himself was molested as a child, which explains a lot of his sexual deviancy, like himself. Like, truth be told, it explains it. Doesn't justify it, doesn't excuse it, but it explains it. You know, so we got a lot of people out here walking around with actual problems and nothing is actually done about it. We don't try to talk about it. We don't try to, for the women that do, because again, I've tried, I've implored, because one last girl I was talking to about this, actually, she like got into tears. I think it was her older brother. Disgusting, man. Her older brother molested her, right? And I'm like, yo, you gotta report this stuff, man. But she doesn't want to. And the cycle continues because Lord knows he's gonna do it to somebody else in the family, somebody else who's young. And it's one of those situations where we definitely have to do better. Fortunately for me, I haven't seen it in my family, in my immediate family, but I'm sure it's happened. I'm sure it's happened, man. I'm positive it's happened, man. I like somewhere, maybe not in my immediate, maybe it didn't, and my sisters won't tell me. I don't know. All I know is I'm fortunate. I never went through that, fortunately, and who knows how I would have turned out if I did go through something like that. You know, how normal could I be? How do you bounce back from that type of scenario? So there's so many things when it comes to this subject, man. All I do know when it comes to mental illness, depression, molestation, all these things that goes on in the black community, the only advice I could give is anybody that you do know that went through that is definitely try to be sympathetic, but most importantly, listen and implore those people to go get the help that they need, man. To sit down and for real, go talk to a therapist. Go talk to someone that can help you. I mean, for real. Talk to someone that can have you accept those demons, because a lot of people, they keep trying to run from it, and the more you try to run from it, the worse it gets. Again, I'm somebody who battled through the depression. I tried to run from it. I drank. I did a bunch of maybe that's really more so what I did, but I was depressed as fuck. I would stay away from people completely. I would be by myself, you know, aside from work and school. I would literally isolate myself, you know, and I didn't really know why. I had to actually talk to a therapist, which I did, and actually figure out the type of memories and things that I was blocking out of my mind. So when I'm saying that, I get it. Not in terms of, you know, molestation or nothing like that. I don't get that, but I understand having certain things in your mind that you're trying to block out, certain things that you don't want to relive, you know? So that's my advice to anybody who wants to listen. R. Kelly needs to be away from people, really, until he figures out he should not be around young girls. I mean, just truth be told, man, like there should be like, he's legit should not be allowed to be within any vicinity of any underage woman, period, like ever. Even after he gets help, he just shouldn't be allowed. The guy clearly has a problem. But that's my thoughts on this discussion. Y'all can go read the article for yourselves. Y'all leave y'all thoughts down below and just kind of let me know how you feel about this discussion. If need be, I'll do a part 2. Any women that's been through similar situations, anybody at all, just leave your thoughts down below. I'm out of here. It's your boy Jeff.